Hey, welcome to a brand new edition of The Rundown with Ramon, whether you're watching this live on a variety of channels, YouTube, Zone of Genius, yes, or Facebook, Ramon Ray, or LinkedIn, or X. Glad you're here today. A brand new edition of The Rundown with Ramon. Get to know more insights like this. Do not miss out. Right now, I dare you go to zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com, enter your first name and email so you can sign up and not miss out on amazing insights that we have in episodes like this on The Rundown with Ramon. Glad you're here today. Today, we want to talk about a few things. Jason Pfeiffer, executive editor of Entrepreneur Magazine, answers a few reader questions that I think you'll be interested in learning from as well, such as how do I stand out? Wall Street Journal had an article, how to take care of yourself when you can't take care of yourself. How do you take care of yourself when you can't take care of yourself? An insight from Seth Godin talks about beyond the checkbox mindset. Before we dive into today's episode, I want to remind you, this episode, The Rundown with Ramon, is brought to you by our friends at Bitdefender, ultimate small business security solutions at bitdefender.com/Ramon, bitdefender.com/Ramon. You lock the door of your house when you go home, when you leave home, so you can make sure it's as secure as possible. You lock the door of your car when you leave your car, so you can make sure it's as secure as possible. But what about your business? Is it as secure as can be? And there's two sides of that security. One of the things that you can do on your own, such as making sure you have secure passwords, making sure you have two-factor authentication installed so that when you log in, your phone is sent a text or some other type of authentication method. Make sure you're just aware and alert of the many scams and attacks that are out there. But also, do you do the simple thing to have software installed on your computer, on your tablet, on your phone to protect you and make sure you are secure? Get that at bitdefender.com, bitdefender.com/Ramon, bitdefender.com/Ramon. Join me and thousands of others who are doing their best to be more secure at bitdefender.com/Ramon. Again, thank you for being here on a brand new edition of today's Rundown with Ramon. Hey, Ayanna, glad you're here today. Thanks for joining us live. Glad you're here. All things the musical web. Glad to see Ayanna here. Bet you're performing, practicing, doing whatever you do as your beautiful instrumentation and voice flows through the air of wherever you may be today. So listen, one thing I wanted to share today. I am tired. I am beat. I just came from the gym about 9 minutes ago before starting this episode. I'm sweaty. I'm tired. Not really tired, but sweaty, Richard Bruce. And the thing I wanted to share is if something is a priority to you, what are you willing to do to get it done? I say I want to be fit. I say I want to work out. I say I want to go to the gym. But I had 45 minutes to go. I have 3 calls back to back after this show, the Rundown with Ramon show. 3 shows to do. 3 calls to do. So I said, I'll do it later. I'll do it after my 3rd call. Do it later on in the day at 10, 11, 12, 1. But you know what? Based on how my body works, how my time works, how my schedule works, I'm like, it's not going to happen. I'm an early morning, do it first in the morning type person. And I said, at 6:45, I have 7:30 show. I had 45 minutes to go. Why am I going to sit here and get work done at the computer when I can get in a 30-minute workout, treadmill, 30-minute workout, 15 speed, means 1 mile every 15 minutes, metabolism rate, I believe it stands for, of 6, meaning 6 times more exertion I'm doing than sitting. And I can get that in. I can get some weights in too. Did 3 sets of dumbbells, did some leg exercises. And the same thing we have to think about all day long today is that if it's important to us, if it's something really important to us that we want to do, is it worthwhile doing, or are we going to put it off until later, until next time? As Amelia Antonetti says, you can tell the priority of somebody, you can tell much about their life by what they prioritize. So my thought today, my message today for you, Richard, for you, Ayanna, everybody has different priorities. Everybody has different things they do. Everybody has different ways that they show up, different things that are important to them. And the question I have for you today is, what's important to you? And you say it's important. You say this is important, but are you doing the things to demonstrate and show that it's important to you? Ayanna, what's important to her, the little I know of her, I don't know her personal life and all those kind of things, but the little I know of her, her piano and music and performances are important to her. You can see Ayanna at the Musical Web, 2 B's, the Musical Web. Richard Bruce, hailing in from Uganda, I believe. And what's important to him is the orphanage he's running. And it's funny enough, friends of mine from my church, I think, are in Uganda or Ghana right now, feeding 10,000 kids. I think it's called Joy Missions, I believe, joy.missions.org, I think it is. So what's important to you? Wouldn't I be a little hypocritical If I had said, hey, this is important to me, I want to work out, I want to be healthier, I want to go to the gym, but I did not go and I put it off and put it off because, as my friend Justin Conoco said, you can live a life of saying one day, one day, one day. But if you truly want to live life fulfilled, every day you have to make up and say, this is day one. This is day one, not just one day. Again, welcome to the Rundown with Ramon show. My name is Ramon Ray. Glad you're here today. Love sharing this time with you. Glad you're here today. Glad I can inspire you. When we finish this show, it goes across our podcast, our website, goes across our channels, and people watch it afterwards. And glad for those of you who are here live. Ding, 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 ding. Wanted to share something here from Jason Pfeiffer. He says, how do I stand out? And this is a question I'm often asked myself, is how do I stand out from the noise? Ayanna, she needs to stand out to make a greater impact, to sell more of her music courses. Richard Bruce needs to stand out to have more people donate to his orphanages and things that are important to him. But somebody asked him, how do I stand out from the noise? I want to write a newsletter, somebody asked, but people are already inundated with newsletters, and I don't want to add more clutter to their inboxes. What should I do? It's a great question. I must say, there's always room for more content. The question is your content valuable enough that people miss it if it's not there, or when you write it, that people respond and it gets an action? I have my email newsletter, the Zone of Genius email newsletter. Don't forget to sign up for it. Zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com/subscribe, or just go to zoneofgenius.com, sign up for it so you don't miss out. It's read by thousands and thousands of people. Do people get other people's newsletters? Absolutely. Are there other content out there? Absolutely. But I'm writing for my audience, and every time I write, I'm saying, is this helpful for the Zone of Genius, solo entrepreneurs, and smaller business owners, small micro entrepreneurs that are of value? Jason Pfeiffer of Entrepreneur Media says, truth be told, your concern sounds like a defense mechanism. When you say stay silent, nobody can accuse you of being noisy. So here's the reframe. Instead of worrying about your own noise, start thinking of everything else as the noise you can cut through. That's powerful. Instead of thinking, I am not going to do a podcast because there's already one like this. I'm not going to go live because there's everyone like this. I'm not going to build this because. I'm not going to do this because. As Facebook has showed us, as Tesla has showed us, as any other modern technology of the day has showed us, it's not about what else is out there. What the question is what can I do to break through and find the people who would be interested in me, as Seth Godin talks about all the time. When you raise your flag, even in a sea of other flags, and say, this is my flag, this is our flag, this how we do this, other people are willing to stand with you or see your flag and say, I want that, and they go forth. The question is, will you raise your flag and give people the opportunity to join you on it? Another reader asks, Jason Pfeiffer, executive editor of Entrepreneur Media. You can see him at jasonpfeiffer.com, jasonpfeiffer.com. Sign up for his email newsletter. It says, what if nobody wants to work with me is the question. What if nobody wants to work with me? And I love the question. And Jason encourages her to do something else and to ask a different question. Don't ask what if somebody wants to work with you, but maybe ask who does want to work with you and find those people. Jason says you're seeking out closed doors, identifying who won't take you seriously or who won't be excited about working with you. We do this to ourselves so often, like Paul's question above. I see it as a defense mechanism. We want to protect ourselves, so we focus on primarily what to avoid. Instead, as Jason Pfeiffer says, instead of focusing on who doesn't want to work with me, focus on who does want to work with me. Instead of focusing on who won't give to me, who won't donate to me, who won't take my course, who won't work with me, focus on who will. Again, thank you for that insight. Jason Pfeiffer of Entrepreneur Media answers those questions in his email newsletter. Ding, 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 ding. Next up, Wall Street Journal has an interesting article here, an important article here. And Wall Street Journal says how to take care of yourself when you can't take care of yourself. Many of us are taking care of our parents who are getting elderly, as our parents took care of us, as the honorable thing to you. Maybe we have somebody else, a young lady in my life, her sister had a baby and she's helping raise this child because her sister is unable to. Caregiving is the toughest time in people's lives, said Alexandra Drain, the founder and chief executive of Archangels, an organization that supports unpaid caregivers. They're caring for their loved ones, work, kids, families, and friends, and it can take them to the breaking point. So what do you do? Here's a few things that help as you're thinking of how to get over the mental weight that you may feel of taking care of other people. Allison Gilbert, an author who took care of both of her dying parents, found it helpful to remind herself to be grateful for the time left. They birthed you. They raised you from 60, 70, 80 years. You were around them. They raised you to be the adult you are. Have a mind of gratefulness. I get to take care and spend the last days with this human. And we all have this journey. We are born. We go through baby stage. We go through toddler stage. We go through preteen. We go through teen. We go through young adult. We go through adult. We go through senior, and then we die. Second thing we can do is we're thinking of how do we take care of others when we can barely take care of ourselves is share our feelings. If we're pretending we're not hurt, will just make us feel worse. Share your feelings. Another tip the Wall Street Journal talks about here is do capacity check-ins. It's important to listen to your body. Sometimes you may have to pause. You may have to say, hey, I need a few hours. I need a day for me if you can. Advice here says when she's at the breaking point, Thompson, one of the profiles in this article says, take short pauses while she's capacity checking. Takes short pauses she calls capacity check-ins. After a difficult doctor's appointment with her mother recently, Thompson says she felt her whole body tensing up. She took a drive to settle down, stopping to chat with a friend who owns a nearby business. Caregiving asks you to grieve a little at a time while still showing up every day. Now, the tip that may help as you're caring for others is setting energy boundaries. People who are ill may be down, stressed, or angry. You'll need strategies to prevent yourself from absorbing this heaviness. She learned from a holistic doctor how to create an energy boundary. One way to do this is to visualize an imaginary bubble surrounding your body that prevents all negative energy from reaching you. May sound a bit woo-woo, but you got to care for the people. So sometimes it may have to be an imaginary bubble. Consider this sacred time. Several readers said they remained strong by viewing caregiving as a rare and holy opportunity as they helped their loved one transition from life to death. Everybody, my name is Ramon Ray, and I hope these things help you today. As you're thinking of the life you want to live, as you're thinking of how do I care for other people? How do I do things for other people? And I can barely care for myself. I hope these few tips helped. Ding, 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 ding. Some insight from Seth Godin, who talks about beyond the checkbox mindset. So many bits of information are flying around. Emails to us, articles, posts, videos, updates, memos, meetings, and books. The most common and apparently efficient approach is to quickly look over the new information. If it confirms what you already know, check it out. If it contradicts what you believe, find a reason to ignore it. The alternative is to take new information and try it on for size. I've learned this from Glenn Lundy. Have it change your mind. Imagine what happens if the information is actually true and useful. Not a checkbox confirmation, but actually a new way to see things. You can always switch back later. Listen, everybody, my name is Ramon Ray. This is a brand new edition of the Rundown with Ramon show. Don't miss out on insight like this. Go to zoneofgenius.com, zoneofgenius.com, and make sure you sign up so you don't miss out on insights from us. And remember, this episode brought to you by Bitdefender. I encourage you today, go to bitdefender.com, bitdefender.com/Ramon, and sign up and make sure your business is protected from all the nefarious actors out there who want to harm your business. You don't have to be a statistic. Make sure you do the right thing, train your staff, be vigilant, and install Bitdefender. Have a blessed, amazing day and make an impact and help somebody else in the world. Thanks. See you next time. Oftentimes, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, New York City time, Monday through Friday, the Rundown with Ramon show. Don't miss out. Go to zoneofgenius.com.